Hi, I'm Westing Tyler, and welcome to an overview of my main game currently in development, codenamed Knott's Game. Knott's Game is a PC 3D adventure game I've been working on in the Unity game engine since summer 2018. It's a retro 3D open-world time-loop adventure game set in a small Midwestern town, and it takes place on Halloween. Of course, in my game it's not called Halloween, and that allows me to bring in elements from other holidays as well. You take on the role of the new kid in town, who's being introduced to the kids' clubs around town. Culturally, joining clubs and trying to help the town is very important, and since the town is in trouble, the clubs work together to try to save it. You'll be exploring, meeting people, fighting, building out your clubhouses, solving small detective cases, and helping people with their personal problems as you try to piece together the larger mystery of what's going on in the town. There are lots of secret supernatural elements that I don't want to spoil you. So it's kids on bikes riding around fighting monsters and solving mysteries in a Groundhog Day style time loop in the 80s. And I hope to bring my own Breath of the Wild / Majora's Mask / Earthbound mashup vibe to such adventures. I also just think it would be really cool to make my own Majora's Mask style game, but set in modern suburbs. The game can be played in first or third person by default. Knott's Game plays like a modern Zelda game like Breath of the Wild, but has a vibe of spoopiness like Majora's Mask, which is the primary influence for the game. As in, not terrifying, not scary, not even really spooky, but spoopy. I want kids to be able to play and enjoy Knott's Game, with it being about as scary as the Re-Dead or that creepy grave monster thing in Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. Except instead of a 3-day cycle like in Majora's Mask, in Knott's Game it's a single day and night that loops, spread over a vast 7km by 7km area, with scheduled NPCs in about 30 clockwork towns. And in the tradition of Gregory Horror Show, the NPCs' schedules become more dense as the game progresses. The game plays with the concept of time in many ways, and some of these other towns you can visit are from different time periods, and they're all kind of merging together. I've spent the past several years developing the story and game scripting systems in Unity using C#, as well as modeling 3D models for just about everything I can think of in Blender, from urban props to trees to 3D characters to tables and hamster cages. Over that time, I've been learning coding with the help of modern AI tools like ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot, whereas previously I had to use some really awesome but still limited visual scripting tools like Playmaker. I model 3D assets using Blender, though recently I've been experimenting with using text to 3D AI tools like Luma AI to help draft characters at a much faster rate, which is essential for a game like this, since Knott's Game has about 300 characters, all of whom will be playable. Just for aesthetics, they all play basically the same. It's mainly for role-playing. I'd like to eventually replace the AI assets with handcrafted ones, but this just allows me to get the game up and running. Each of my side projects helps me build scripts and assets that represent a facet of Knott's Game, so I can jump around between projects safe in the knowledge that my work carries over. There's no ETA for Knott's Game, but when it's ready I'll release it on PC, on Steam, and itch.io to start. The dream is to eventually have it run on mobile VR for players to play the main story cooperatively online, but we'll start with gamepad support on a 2D screen for a single-player experience for now. If you want to see more about Knott's Game, I recently released an AI story mood concept trailer I made using AI tools like Midjourney and Suno.ai for the music, which you can find on my YouTube channel, Westing Tyler. The video is called Midnight Overture. The actual game will look like a mid-poly, vibrant adventure game, not a photoreal 1980s Stephen King Stranger Things style movie, but the trailer can give you an idea of the vibe I'm going for. To stay updated on the progress for Knott's Game as well as my side projects, be sure to subscribe to Westing Tyler on YouTube, and you can also read more on westingtyler.com. I'm Westing Tyler, thanks for watching.